Hello, year eights. Okay, now on to the next topic. We finished expanding brackets. Now we're going to do the opposite of that, which is factorizing. So I've been stressing the importance of while we expand brackets, think about what we're doing, how we're doing it, how we get our answers, because now it's time to go backwards. So we've done a little bit of factorizing last year in year 8 when we did our algebra module. So the key thing when we factorize is we're looking for the HCF, the highest common factor. It has to be the highest one. So when I look at 2a and 8, if there's letters and numbers, break them down. What's the highest common factor of the numbers? 2 and 8 is 2. The highest common factor of the letters, they don't have a common letter factor. So my highest common factor is going to be 2. And then really it's just a matter of thinking what needs to go in the brackets so that when I reverse it, I end up, so 2 times what is 2a, so it must be an a there because 2 times a is 2a, and 2 times what is 8, so that must be a 4. If we check it, 2 times a is 2a, 2 times 4 is 8, so that works. So remember, factorizing basically means turn it into factors. We did this when we said what were the factors of 12. 12 could be 3 times 4 or 2 times 6. We do the same thing now with algebraic factorizing. So I want you to pause the video, factorize this, and then restart it and see how you did. Okay, so if we look for the highest common factor of 16 and 3, the number-wise, their highest common factor is 3, and the 3 term doesn't have any letters, so the highest common factor is 3. 3 times what is 6t? It's 2t. 3 times what is 3? It's 1. If you check your brackets, 3 times 2t is 6t. 3 times 1 is 3. Another way of thinking about this is if 3 is your highest common factor, you're dividing 3 out of each of those terms. So we have 6t plus 3. If 3 is my highest common factor, I'm dividing this by 3 and dividing that by 3 because my 3 is going out in front. So 6t divided by 3 is 2t, 3t divided by 3 is 1, and what I've done is I brought my 3 out in front. Okay, I will do this next example. This time both terms have numbers and letters, so the highest common factor between 8 and 20 is 4. Now, variable-wise, 8x has a factor of x and 20y is a factor of y. They don't have any common letter factors, so there's nothing to factor out. So if I divide, I'll just move this down so we have a little more space. So I'm going to have 4. So if I divide each of these by 4, 8x divided by 4 is 2x, and 20y divided by 4 is 5y. So that's what's going to be left when I pull the factor of 4 out. Another way of looking at this is 8x is 4 times 2x, and 20y is 4 times 5y. So I'm bringing that factor of 4 out in front. And again, we can check 4 times 2x is 8x, 4 times 5y is 20y. Okay, your turn. I want you to pause the video, factorize this, and then you can start the video to see how you did. Okay, if we look at the numbers, y has just the factor of 1, and 49z has factor 49. They have no common factors other than 1, and they don't have any common factors for the variables. So if I ask you to factorize this, the answer is simply y minus 49z. There are no common factors other than the number 1 to pull out. And it wouldn't really make any sense to write it as 1 minus 49z. That's just messier than the original. So sometimes it can't be factorized. Okay, next example. This time, if I look at the numbers, it's a 1x squared and a 7x. The highest common factor is 1. But this time, the first term has an x times x. X squared is x times x. And 7x is 7 times x. So they do have a common factor of x. So my x is going to come in front of the bracket. And in essence, what we're doing is we're going to divide each term by x. So x squared divided by x is x, and 7x divided by x is 7. So when I factorize it, I'm going to end up with x times x plus 7. We can check it. X times x is x squared. X times 7 is 7x. So I have factorized it. I've turned it into a product. Okay, your turn to do this one. Pause the video, go ahead and factorize this, and then restart the video to see how you did. All right, so t squared is t times t minus 5 times t. So their common factor is a t. So I'm going to divide both of them by a common factor, and I'm going to bring it out in front. So t squared divided by t is simply t, and 5t divided by t is minus 5. So my answer is t times bracket t minus 5. We can check it. T times t is t squared, and t times a minus 5, this is a minus 5, is minus 5t. Okay, I want you to pause the video. I want you to factorize these in your book, and then start the video, and we will see how we did. Okay, the first one has a common factor of y. Has a common factor of y. That leaves me with x plus 4. The next one has a common factor of x. So that leaves me with x plus y. The next one has a common factor of 5, which leaves me with x plus 7. The next one, there's 3 terms. If there's 3 terms, I'm looking for the highest common factor of all 3 terms. And this one, the only thing all 3 have in common is x. That leaves me with a plus b plus c. If I expand this, x times a is xa, x times b is xb, x times c is xc. The next one, they both have an x, so I can factor out my x, leaving me with x minus 11. And the last one, they have nothing in common. So the answer is just simply x squared minus 3y. They have no common factor numbers. They have no common factor variables. So that is the answer.